Hi there, and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. And we're in my mama's kitchen. We moved into this house when I was 7 years old. Next year it'll be 40 years ago. And this is the actual spot where I learned to cook, besides the microwave. Um, Used to cook SpaghettiOs, things like that. Little can opening foods. And, you put it on a minute, stir, put it on a couple extra seconds. And you're ready to eat. But this is where I learned how to use the stove and the oven. What do you call it? The toaster oven, little toaster ovens. Cook bagels and steaks and stuff out of it. The fried Eddie back there, little deep fat fryer. You cook French fries and stuff. That's what we're gonna have today. Today's like December 22nd. It's a little bit after Christmas. Happy late Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you had fun, exciting, and it's full of cheer and joy. Pretty cool. It's actually been a long time. Not really a long time since I cooked something in here because I always come in here. If I'm gonna cook something, I'm gonna cook some French fries. I'm gonna cook grilled cheese. It was one of the first things that I learned to cook, to where it was almost like a little meal, a grilled cheese and some fries that you go to a place and buy that. So it's after Christmas, and I done ate up all the turkey. We had a 27-pound turkey. It's gone. We got some ham left over. And I ain't even gonna do anything special. I'm just gonna actually throw it in the microwave. This ain't gonna be there's some pineapple on there that's about to be gone. I ain't even gonna get a lot. I'm not the biggest ham lover, but I do like ham. Chuck this pineapple right quick. I'm gonna put some hot sauce. I'm a big fan of Texas beef. I'm gonna put it on right now. So while it's cooking, it gets on in there. My mama's microwave is always, my mama's house is always clean, really clean. So it better not be any way that she could tell that you was in here. So you always got a cover, but I always put a napkin on top. I don't care if the food stick to the napkin or not. I would rather it do that than get my mama microwave dirty. Or anybody's microwave, We'll just put this on a minute. I got my fried Eddie already on. It's on 400 degrees. It's got some regular old French fried taters here, of the frozen kind. You can do how you do. I drop them right in the grease with my bare hand. Little screen splatter. Don't want to get the grease area. So my mom very neat up in here. She grew up real poor. Knows about how to struggle. Knows what it's like to barely make it. Food, money, house, all of it. And she passed that on, especially to me. And you need to be grateful for what you got, and you got to eat everything on your plate. And I didn't even know that you could cook your own food. You didn't have to do that at all. You just had to be old enough to get there to where you could cook your own stuff, and then you wouldn't have to. I don't like vegetables. Keep watching my channel and all my little cooking things, and you'll notice, like, so far there hasn't even been one besides potatoes and corn. And it just is what it is, you know what I mean? But I take supplements and everything else. I don't like the taste of too many things green. And it sucks, because I'm missing out. I know I am. But I ain't missing out on nutrition because I get the nutrition. I just don't get the food. But they making them powders and stuff, and that's how I get it. So one of the things, you got to keep clean. Clean as you go. Don't make no mess. You make a mess, clean it up immediately. See that egg on Ham's already in. And then you get to use this stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's all about using it. You want to be able to. Most people don't trust people in the kitchen. They can only be one person in the kitchen. I'm gonna try to get my mama to cook. I watched my mama cook Thanksgiving, a Christmas dinner like I've done a million times. But she was telling a story about how she didn't have no money for me, you know, for baby food and stuff. And she would take what I'm about to make, a grilled cheese sandwich, mash it up with a fork, keep mashing it up till it was mush. That's what she fed me. Just didn't have money for formula. Doing the best she can, you know. And I wish I had recorded. I just wasn't thinking along those lines. And I don't even know if she's willing to do it. A lot of people don't want to be in front of the camera, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of things missing. And look, I went to make grilled cheese sandwich, and didn't bring no bread to prepare. And I like the wheat bread. It's way different than white bread. It's got a different flavor. It's got a different way that it cooks. But it'll help push the poop, and it's better for you. So if you are eating white bread, and don't think your stomach's not put my damn butter up. Oh Lord! My mama just actually came home with some groceries, and we just put everything up, and I am very impressed. I don't know where it should be sticking out. Give me 1 second, folks. Gotta do a better job of looking. There it is. My mom was big on teaching me how to clean. First thing I got to do was learn how to run the vacuum cleaner. And that was my job every day. Every day since I can remember, run the vacuum cleaner. Every room in the house. First, when I got home from school, first thing I did, vacuum the house. Then go do my homework. Unless I had to dust or do the dishes or there was she let you know. My mama let you know. And there wasn't no, you're not gonna do it. Oh no, you're gonna do it. My mom wasn't even worth trying. My mom had no play in her at all. You know how you see, oh, you know, he's trying you. Nobody ever said that about me. I wasn't stupid. My mom did not. My mom beat my ass, folks. She beat my ass. But she was right. Because I see now what happens to those kids that don't. I mean, I got friends that call me up, especially single moms where the dad ain't in the picture. Damn boys and girls hitting on them, cussing them out, telling them to do things. They ain't doing it at all. And since I was 12 years old, I've been bigger than my mom. Man, I ain't never even went, what? I ain't never did that shit. She said, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. And it was never about hate. It's all about love. She asked me not to do something, told me not to do it, warned me over it. And matter of fact, she told me one time and then beat my ass. That's what happened. Then she would tell me, this is why. And most of it was, she'll go to jail. Things I was doing, she'll go to jail. I better not make her look bad. I needed straight A's. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That was all, it was all right. She was right. That's the way everybody else was. I'm choosing a different path. And she ain't gonna let it happen. She'll beat the shit out of me. In school, by the bus stop, in front of the house, all up in here. This house didn't look like this. When I first moved, it didn't look like, on the outside, it didn't look like none of that. That's the product of remodeling and growth. So there was the dishes. And I grew up with the males in my family were real dominant, alcoholic, real abusive, verbally, mentally, physically, just abusive. And they didn't really need to be provoked. It would just happen. If you don't know things about grease, normally anything you put in grease, when it's done, it floats. You didn't know this. Little 90% of the time, you're dealing with meat, always check the temperatures. But generally speaking, it's in grease. If it's floating, it's done. I got some leftover gravy, so I'm going to heat it up and use it as a base for my French fries. So my French fries are actually sitting in the gravy. So I heard my uncle say, women, it's a woman's job to do chores around the house. Now that ain't nothing my mama preached. And I was young, man. I was probably like 8, 9 years old. So my mama came home one day and asked me why I didn't do the dishes. And you do the dishes. My mama came in and saw one dish, and she picked this dish up randomly, and there was a spot on it. All these dishes up in here are coming out. All these dishes down in here are coming out. All these dishes down here are coming out. And you're going to clean them all. And there better not be one dish. And if you think about it, you don't have to clean all the clean dishes. You just got to run some, look, go through a cycle right quick. So there ain't no whole bunch of scrubbing or nothing. It won't take that long. But if you think about the entirety, because I mean, it was a pile of dishes, it'd be overwhelming, especially to a 9, 8, 9, 10-year-old. Whoa. Right. Gravy's already done. You've seen I almost put a metal spoon in my mama's metal pot. Oh, Lord. Rule. Metal, don't touch metal. Oh, Lord. You're just done. I'm going to have to use 2 plates. No, the hands. So I told my mama, so dumb. You just dumb. You tell your mama this. I don't think I should have to do the dishes. That's a woman's job. Let me tell you before you can even guess, wonder, or assume, that is the last time I ever said that. In my whole life, in the existence that I live, I've never said that again. I've always been more than happy to do the dishes. Because it was the first time I heard this phrase. And I haven't heard this phrase many times since. Almost, I don't know if I have. Other than me telling this story. To be honest with you. I forgot about right behind. I'm just going to pour it all over. And you got to get all the gravy. All the gravy. said she didn't raise no male chauvinistic pig. And since that's the way I believe, and that's not the way she taught me, excuse me if I got to do this. When you're dealing with hot stuff, especially liquids, get it to the sink as fast as you can under hot water so you don't have to scrub. Still ain't got the damn fries up there. Male chauvinistic pig, folks. Up north, they say women call men pigs a lot. A lot. So I got gravy. This is gravy sitting on straight fries. The grease is hot. That's when you season it. I'm gonna put some salt, some pepper. Ketchup right here. I'm never sure where the shot is. Let that cool off a bit. Put my thing back on. Put the thing on bread. She took all the dishes down. And I think it's like for the next year I did the dishes every day. My mom didn't play about lessons. So I always tell people I'm a life lesson teacher. And put things in the simplest form, because it's not really there's a gray everything, but most things are black and white, real simple, and it's all about choices. And when you make a bad choice, sometimes the consequences ain't worth the punishment. Like all I said was doing the dishes was a woman's job. Didn't even know the meaning behind that. You know, I just didn't know the meaning behind it. I thought maybe it might even be the right thing. I'd already did the dishes before, so obviously it wasn't like I didn't know about doing the dishes, or, you know, I've done the dishes 1,000 times up to that point. I mean, I chop wood. I cut the grass. I did the vacuuming, the what do you call it? The dusting. Clean the baseboards. You know, a man's job was doing the grass and doing the firewood. I cut it. I went, got it, cut it, loaded it up. Maybe there's 2 different kind of jobs. I didn't know. But for the next year, I know I did the dishes. And in any relationship, partnership, in prison, with women, with roommates, I ain't got no, they never tell you I'm not a dirty dude at all. I'm very clean. My mama instilled that in me. And then in prison, you can't be dirty. So, I never was, so I never had to worry about that consequence. Because in there, if you want to be dirty, you could fight, get killed. People don't want to smell you or trip over your stuff, or they don't want to do anything but their time and go home. Most of them. But there's those dudes that they want to make your time bad by making their time better. That's why you got to understand shit's about choices, and if you're making bad ones, you can change that. Hate to get in that in a minute of a cooking video. But it's the truth, man. I live a life where people call me up and you know, my kid is doing this, or I need to talk about this, or this happened, and I have to listen to that deep emotional stuff, and it's every day with me. And you got to find ways to cope and help and do these videos. Now these grilled cheese sandwiches is looking like the bomb. Get a knife for that. Look here. An old colorful one. Get these French fried taters. Oh yeah. Turn this off. Now you don't want to put no hot pan in some cold water. It could bust. I had a Pyrex pan, man, a really nice one I had for years, bust on me like that. And I didn't even put it in a hot to cold. It was a hot water to a hot pan transfer. It still busted. So we give that a second to cool off a bit. As you can see, there ain't even nothing in there. Do a quick little clean up. Oh, matter of fact, let me try these French fry taters right quick with the gravy. And she was right. My mom was already right. She had me when she was 15, so I had to drop out of school. She only had like an 8th grade education. And my dad, he got out of the picture when I was 2, maybe 3. She just had to make it. And in some ways, without, really understanding what was going on, I understood. And it made me understand that discipline ain't about hate, it's about love. She taught me the right way to do things. And as an adult, I know now and appreciate it all. And I always have, but I have a real appreciation for it now. And I'm trying to teach it. And my mom's mad cool, really cool. My friends, she calls them hoodlums, hood rats. But she always let them come over, they can hang out, and as adults, we have real parties over here. They can crash if they need to. We get them a ride home. Most of the time, I don't even drink here. I've just been to 100 parties, I only drank maybe 5 times. The rest of the time, I'm the designated driver. Sitting around laughing at people. I smoke a little. But without that discipline, without that love, all too many hot times, kids seek attention in different ways. Now it's with shooting up schools and blowing up things, and when they really need like a hug or their ass beat. Maybe show them how to do something that's productive. Because yelling, that's not the solution. And even the Bible says spare the rod. Beat their ass, see if that works. If you ain't done it, try it. You ain't gonna kill them. And trust me, trust you me. There's somebody that fights too. Human body can take a lot. but understanding is where it's at. And most of the time, it's communication. She taught me how to cook. And for the love of cooking, I'm gonna try like hell to get y'all on here to cook too. I never asked her. She might be down. I should probably eat the rest of this off camera. One of the first meals I ever made that I felt like I was cooking. Grilled cheese and some French fries from the deep fat fryer. Probably somewhere between, probably about 9 years old, so 35 years later in the same kitchen, but it just didn't look like this. And we're done. Let's give you a little close up right quick. Got the ham and the grilled cheese. Yum. Look at that gravy, folks. All right, look, we got the kitchen stoves all cleaned up. It's an area beside it. Got that put. Take this. This actually goes in here. And that's what it is. Last thing we do. Got the microwave bowl. Put it back in the microwave. This, and put everything back where it goes, but I'll show. My mama knows what she does with her stuff. This means I used it. You fold it up, we done. I'm about to tear it up. I hope I got you ready to eat. If you can, hit that like button. Share the video, subscribe if you haven't. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, folks.